everybody, it's Debra Prinzing, Slow Flower Society. It is a busy Valentine's week. It's Tuesday the 11th, and I thought I'd visit some of our Slow Flowers members in their flower shops and see what they're up to. So first of all, I'm here in Magnolia neighborhood at Campanula Designs, and we'll go inside and we'll see what Melissa's doing, okay? Hi, Melissa.
Hey, Deborah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you sane?
No.
No? What are you doing? Are you working on an arrangement for Valentine's
Working on
Day?
an arrangement, pulling some of the greens and stuff. It's a gorgeous occasion.
Oh, so pretty. So spring-like. Well, I haven't visited you yet. You've been in the shop almost 2 years, and you've made the move from studio to retail. So tell us how that worked for you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put the flowers.
Yeah, we'll just follow you around.
So I was working out of my garage initially, and then COVID hit. So fortunately, no space at the time. Worked out of the garage. I went into co-warehousing space for about a year. That was great for the year. Helped me grow and expand and take more orders. But when my lease was up, my rent was going up, and right about this time, this commercial condo went up for sale. We live 3 blocks away. Just fell into our laps, worked perfectly. So we made the leap to retail, and now we have this.
So Campanula Floral Design is now in this retail space that also services as your studio.
Correct.
You said it's larger than that co-working space.
It is. My co-working space was 500 square feet. So just one big partitioned
Section.
Yeah, there it was just, I couldn't have clients in. It
Right.
was a secured building.
Right. Well, you're on a busy street. Why don't you come out behind the
Yeah.
counter and give us a little tour?
All right,
Obviously,
sure.
this is your cooler.
This is my cooler.
Ready for
which
Valentine's
has
Day.
Made a couple moves with me. My family has threatened to disown me if I move the cooler again. Yeah, so we have a Valentine's Day table set up in the entryway. I like to focus on a lot of local product. I sell gift baskets, as you know. So like Joyous is a non-alcoholic wine that is from,
Oh, so
she's
pretty.
a Seattle maker, award-winning. Smith Tea is from Portland.
So all these things are for someone to get your help curating a gift
Yeah.
basket.
So they can either put it in one of our gift baskets, or we'll do, just traditional gift bag and tissue and stuff for people as well if they like. But it's kind of a customize your own. My website has more themed products available. I've already put the gift baskets together.
Yeah, show us what the basket looks like. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're custom for you, right?
They are. My husband makes them. So this is our large one, which is our most popular, our signature one. Normally I do floral on the left side when it goes out for delivery. So it has beautiful flowers on the left and then themed products on the right.
So this would be like a housewarming gift with food items or whatever.
So we do, like, I have a tea and honey one that's really popular. So it's this local tea or the Smith tea and the local honey and a tea towel.
Oh, so
That's
sweet.
probably my most popular for the website.
This is such a great gift. It's so substantial, handmade, and people then can use it as a planter or a caddy or
They
something.
can use it as a planter. I've had people, my favorite use that I've heard of is using it in a nursery to hold diapers
Oh, fun.
after getting a baby gift.
Oh, lovely.
But someone just told me recently that their friend had received one and they dried the flowers and left the flowers displayed in it, and then they have like other things on the right side now. So they kept the intent with the flowers.
Oh,
and
I love
brought
that.
it into their living room.
Fun. You have a lot of gourmet specialty foods, but also body products, I see.
Yeah, lots of spa. Handmade Laconer up north. We carry them. And she has really lovely products.
Fun.
And scents. I'm really scent sensitive, so my spa products are pretty heavily vetted.
So you want more of a natural oil?
Something that smells more natural, not heavy, overwhelming scents.
It does smell really lovely over here.
Mhm.
But then you've got
light.
your nursery, your little plant nursery.
My plant nursery. So my plant nursery is my friend Sarah of Toadstool Flower Club.
Toadstool?
Toadstool Flower Club.
Okay.
So Sarah's a florist as well, but she does plants and does a lot of plant pop-ups in the summer throughout the city. So
These are beautiful.
She does a great job of curating the plants in here for me and taking care of them and doing all of that.
Do you ever use plants in your gift baskets?
We do if they're requested. And as time has gone on, I'd hope to create more baskets with plants.
Yeah.
Especially for men. People aren't always looking for flowers, but putting a plant in there.
And there's this perceived value to plants because they have a longer shelf life, right?
Longer shelf life.
Right.
Flowers are fleeting. They're for the moment. They're meant to be enjoyed in the moment. But
Yes.
plants are for, our homes and our lives.
Yeah.
And
Lovely.
making it lovely. So yeah.
I have to say, I'm a big fan of this product line, Emily Lex Studio. She's
Yes,
based in
she's
Gig Harbor, right?
fantastic. She's based in Gig Harbor, so we're carrying. These were super popular at Christmas. I sold out of them.
They're like adult watercolor kits, right? Oops.
Yeah, they're really good. So Emily gives you a little tutorial of how to mix the color palette and sort of how to create this on this side. She's created the outline on the right.
I have this one. Someone gave
You
it
have
to
the
me, and I
book
think I
page one.
painted this peony. But I noticed you have some other kits.
Yeah, so
How sweet for the makers.
Creative is actually also in Washington. This is another local artist, and she does embroidery kits.
How
So
charming!
my favorite is probably this one because it fell. It's the strawberry. They're great for the winter when we're cooped up.
So smart. So
Or-
you've got the painting, the embroidery, and then another
This
watercolor
one's a
kit.
watercolor, also local. Splatter and Bloom, I think, is Tacoma.
Wow, I love the way you've
And
curated all these
so
items.
These have just little paint dots in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you just
Add water.
You add water. It's got the brush and everything. So these are kind of all complete. The Emily Lex. You need the paintbrush.
And I see you've got the
watercolor.
brushes. Yeah.
Yeah, Creative Haven is also in Washington.
Mm.
So I try really hard to use as many local businesses as possible, and especially small women-owned business, because, as you said, retail is alive.
Retail is alive, and
And-
you know your customer. Obviously, you're buying for, I don't know, maybe just not just one avatar, but a
Yeah.
range of preferences and lifestyles.
My customer is you and me.
Mhm.
A lot of women between 35 and 65. Men too.
Yeah.
A lot of men come in buying things for their wives. The men are my more in-store that come in and it's like, I saw you had a sign for gift baskets. What do you have? And especially at the holidays, I love watching them. They'll grab a basket and go around and fill it like it's a shopping basket, and then come up and give me details, and it's really cute. To
And then
see
you
what
add the
they'll pick.
florals
I
to
add
it.
the floral, and you'll see this grumpy guy come in who's all like, "My wife likes this," and then they pick it up and their face melts, and that's beautiful. She's gonna love it.
Oh
So,
yeah, you have to affirm them.
I have to affirm them, yes, but it's really, really sweet to see how excited people get about
Yeah.
gifting. 'Cause it is a really personal thing.
It's really your brand too. Not a
It
lot of
is,
people are
yeah.
doing these customized gift baskets, so I love that. You've combined it with flowers and then other specialty products.
And that's why I started this. As you know, I was working in retail floral, before I started the business, but I really saw a niche in Seattle that wasn't being filled. Over the past 5 years, more people have started to do gifting in the city, but combining flowers and gifts and packaging that beautifully wasn't something that we had a lot of.
Yeah.
Beyond the teddy bears and cello and
It's your presentation.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Well, we can't leave without talking about Valentine's Day flowers. What do you have planned for this week? Because you're probably planning your week.
I am planning the week. So we have tons of arrangements up on the website for sale. Everything from the traditional dozen to sweet and simple, more locally focused. Keeping in mind what flowers are available this time of year. We're always designing seasonally.
Well, it's tough in Seattle, so you're getting a lot of product from California.
I'm getting a lot of product from California right now.
Yeah.
Doing the best in the winter. So we're doing the gift baskets. We have lots of gift sets. We have gift boxes, actually, like this one over here that we ship.
Oh, wow.
So this one I'll fill with goods and send anywhere in the country.
It's wood also.
It's wood also.
Okay.
My husband makes that.
And so you can put non-floral items in there.
You can put non-floral items in there and ship. So I will curate small gifts for people, or they can choose from the website. But yeah, we just have lots of options for people to come and pick and choose. Morning mint, these fabulous butterfly gems.
Oh, and the way that's right here in the front when someone comes in, they see it in a beautiful vase. And they see the tulip, the ranunculus, the stalk, plus the and a sweet pea, plus the roses. And is that something you have a lot of quantity of on that vase, or is that a one of a kind?
This one isn't a one of a kind I have, but it is limited.
Yeah.
I have about 8.
Okay, people, get in here.
And if you turn around, I've just started carrying these sweet ginger jars.
Oh, those are beautiful.
And I'm doing floral in those as well.
So how would you do that? You do the arrangement in the ginger jar and then package it with the lid?
Yeah, so
That's
exactly
a
like
wonderful
that. I just
idea.
kinda tuck the lid to the side in the box so that trying to get more unique.
Oh, there's your
containers.
stripes.
Yeah, there they are. Those are super sweet.
I saw you had one really interesting setup behind your counter on how you do your photography. Can we go look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have something set up I was photographing yesterday.
So you've set this up for anything that you've designed. This is your little in-shop studio.
This is my in-shop studio. This is workspace. This is do-it-all.
Love the setup.
So we can pull the paper down when we're doing a lot of photography, but then the table is nice and wide. So this week it'll be filled with flowers for staging. But yeah, we got this cute little roller skate vase.
And I actually think it's almost like a retro vibe. It's so cute.
Well, we were thinking about Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Having that in mind when we bought it. My kids didn't love that idea.
I think it's for a person who grew up with roller skates and
Right?
has a little sentiment about their days as a,
That's what I thought
along the
too.
beach doing their rollerblading in Santa Monica or something.
I think so too. Or just the roller rinks. I went to a traditional roller rink as a kid.
Right.
Blasting Cool in the Gang all night long.
I mean, people have their opinions about novelty vases. I think that one is one of the best I've seen. You kind of roll your eyes at the wire service vases. Right. This is a little bit of an elevated interpretation, and then the florals make it have a lot more value.
And I think that's really, you hit on what I'm trying to do, is elevate what we've already seen, what the wire services have done for years. Just take it that extra step up, elevate it, use local product, use beautiful product, make the novelty, kitschy and cute.
Yeah, and a gift.
And a gift.
Yeah.
And it brings out a sentiment. you got it immediately, where
Yeah.
it's like that.
It caught my eye as soon as I walked in.
Sensory experience.
I'm also really impressed with how you've used it's like a curtain rod to put your roll of paper, and the lighting is all set up, so if you're in a hurry, there's no excuse. You can photograph it before it goes out the door. This is a perfect gift, and I love it. I'll look for it at Mother's Day. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for letting me come visit. How do you feel about Valentine's Day being on a Friday? Is that a good thing, or is it kind of mean your week is busy and then you can finally collapse on the weekend?
I am collapsing on the weekend, although I do have to work Saturday. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I feel like energy's been up in the market, but I also do feel like over the last years, 5 years or so, that it has slowly kind of been declining in importance.
Valentine's Day.
People are doing different things.
They're giving flowers on any occasion, not just treating Valentine's Day as
the special occasion.
Yeah, I mean, if it evens out, maybe that's a good thing. But
I would love for it to even out more. We do a lot of work for 1 week, as you know, and flowers are around every day, and we can enjoy them every day.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good about it. We have a decent number of pre-orders, and we're still taking orders, and we're set up well for the week. Lots of lovely product coming in.
It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday, so I will be in line at the growers market tomorrow getting lots of stuff for the week.
Oh, great. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, this is stop number 2 today on Tuesday, February 11th, pre-Valentine's Day tour of retail flower shops in Seattle. And I'm so excited to be here at Juniper Flowers, owned by Louise, Paquin-Allen. And when you think flower shops and retail floristry is suffering or flower shops are dead, this is her 22nd year in business. So we're gonna go inside, meet Louise, and see what she's doing.
So I'll kind of walk you through some of the things that we have going on. White anthurium plants, and these are Canadian, so they're from Canada, just like the Phalaenopsis orchids are.
Oh my goodness, but you've upgraded them.
Yeah, we just love dressing the orchids just to fit whatever season it's in. And then, you know, the bows are still really popular right now with everything, and so I don't know, you know, you have to try it.
So like you have to give that, you bring this in as a plant, you have to select the container, you have to zhuzh it up with the bows, and it's also, I would think, customers who maybe are worried about their budget will say a plant has a longer life as a gift, right?
Absolutely. And they're priced reasonably. We have a minimum, and they meet the minimum for delivery, and it just adds up. It's just the math. So the pot with the plant and then the little touch of decoration just brings it right at that easy sweet spot of not super expensive.
What is that minimum?
It's $75.
Okay. And what about this orchid and the wonderful, I guess, like landscape you've put behind it?
So the orchids are $150. It's the plant just comes by itself. We put it in a nice pot. The moss, we have some German statice in it. We've got dried thistle and a fan palm, and then black currant branches.
Wow,
so it really
it's gorgeous.
Does, and we've gone to clients' houses. Some people have subscriptions for these, and they still have the plant, even though the blooms have fallen off, but the plant still looks good because we have all the decoration in it. And then it's easy too. We've taught people how to just put in a new plant if they want, and then just rearrange all the items that they already have into it.
Because they're mostly dried, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, and do you get a lot of walk-ins, or is this?
We've been in this space for 8 years, and we get more and more walk-ins every year. And so Valentine's Day and Mother's Day is like it's so joyful. We get lines out the door. There's people who are just in here milling around, and everyone is just willing to be helped. So, and we always make sure we have some things made up for kind of fast grab and go people.
So this is like a dried flower bar.
Yeah. Dried flowers were they kind of coming in and out of popularity, but they're still really popular.
Yeah.
We have people specifically come in because it says we have dried flowers on our website. So we direct people here, and then we also have a wall in the back room that is full of dried flowers. So
Especially in the winter, right?
yeah. And it's just another added source of income.
Yeah.
And people like something different. We have clients that have been working with us since 2003, and
It's amazing.
we want them to keep coming back, so we got to keep them interested.
But you're a little quirky and a little bit edgy, and so, I mean, you personally, but also your aesthetic. The shop has things that maybe people haven't seen in combination before.
Absolutely.
And then is this just to pull from as you design?
It is. We always have a nice full table. People just come in and they're willing to. Sometimes they'll pick out their own stems and we wrap it up for them, or they just give us a little color range and we do it for them, wrap it up. Try to have all the pricing on there so people aren't continuously asking how much something is.
Right.
But yeah, this is just a little bit of what we're showcasing today. And then it goes in the cooler and we bring it out the next day. So
you were telling me that because Valentine's Day is on a Friday, that's actually good for you this week or this holiday.
It's actually said to be the worst day.
Okay.
Because people like to order Valentine's Day flowers for their beloved to show it off. So
like at their desk.
To a workspace or
Interesting.
So the beginning of the week is usually better, like Tuesday, Wednesday is actually great. Fridays have shown that they're not that busy. We're good right now as far as what we have for orders. Things are coming, they always kind of come in slowly at first, and then they really ramp up tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. And then Friday, we call it Freak Out Friday because people will just be calling, and we'll probably have to put a voicemail on that says, please check out the website to see what we have left. If you're in the area, come by because you can see what's here.
Interesting. So you're, despite all the possible negatives of a Friday Valentine's Day, you're making the most of it. And it sounds like Juniper is going to do just fine because you have a loyal customer base.
We do. And I just, because I've been doing it so long, I'm really good at ordering. And so with Valentine's Day, people don't know, but we had to order our flowers over a month ago. So you order things. You can, of course, get last-minute things, but to ensure that you're going to get the product,
good point.
You order it over. Just after the Christmas holiday happens, the end of December, we start thinking about it. I think I had all my orders in before January 3rd.
Yeah.
So.
And so you're also going off of maybe last year's numbers and trying to adjust accordingly.
Yes, absolutely. And knowing that we have great markets that will still have product on Thursday and Friday morning. And
do you think you'll have to go pick up more product?
Probably on Friday morning we will get things for the table, I'm assuming.
For the walk-ins.
Yeah.
Louise, these are really sweet and examples for people who walk in and don't know what they can expect for a price point.
Correct.
Tell me about the $35 one. That's just terrific with the hellebores, my goodness.
Yeah, we it's inexpensive, but we want to still give someone something that's
really special.
A little bit special, correct.
Right, they're not going to get that at the grocery store for $35. That's an amazing value. And then these get wrapped. They're not in vases.
Yes.
Okay.
When people walk in, we pretty much give the same spiel about have you been here before, and if not, these are some examples of things that we have to go. This is called a hand-tied bouquet because it's tied and you take it home and put it in your own vase. You're welcome to buy a vase as well for this.
But would you wrap that in craft paper or something?
Wrap it in, we have the eco wraps. So we wrap it in that, and then disposable or biodegradable bag,
Got
and
it.
then the craft paper. And so it's, it's still a nice presentation for someone who already has a bunch of vases.
Right.
Yeah. And then we'll say these are designer's choice for this this holiday, and these are probably the best sellers because there's one in jewel tones that has a little bit of white in it, and then one in a little bit more pastels with some kind of pop of a different color.
But the perception of anthurium and orchids and even, the anemones, that's like a more of a value flower,
yeah.
like a premium flower.
Exactly.
And here you've got roses plus a calla, plus the protea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for $200, that's a great price.
Yeah, it's a good price.
I see you've got other products. You've got wine. Like, how do you market that? And
Well, we started with the wine because we love to sell the gift crates. And so we'll do a wine, a candle, a box of matches, chocolates. This one has a little dried
the posy.
bouquet.
Oh, and that one's already sold. Someone's already claimed that.
Yes, this was online. We only had a few of these because of the candle holder. They sold out really quickly. And so unfortunately this product is already sold out online.
No, I mean, that's a good problem,
but it
right?
is a good problem.
And then this is just a slightly different price
A
point.
little bit different, and this is where the floral will go. So we have a $100 floral in a vase that gets set in there, and then we'll add a little bit more dried flowers to
that's
this crate,
charming.
and then wrap it up, and
Wow.
and that heads out. And so we have a good assortment of wine and champagne, and then people can just add it on to anything they buy online. We do have a build your own gift crate online because we have a lot of good
You have a lot of
local products.
I was gonna say,
chocolates and
even
pillows
the artisan cards and the accessories like the candles.
yeah, the candles. We have a whole line of Kundalini candles
So yeah, we have
back here.
red right now. Hey, Dean.
This, she's a local company. She's located in West Seattle. She works out of her home. And they're just beautiful scents. And we have all the
Kundalini. Is that how you pronounce it?
Kundalini?
Kundalini, okay.
And then they have all the little samples here that you can use the tester to smell, see what you like. And then, okay, so this is my go-to area when I race in the morning, and I haven't done anything. And I'm like, I put on some misters,
scents.
and like if you're like weary, this is a rose petal facial mist, and I just like spray that on my face during the day, and it smells amazing.
It's a nice little presentation with this niche too, like you've kind of showcased it like a gallery.
Yes. Yeah, when we built out this space, when we moved in here, we were only on the other side, and we had a friend who had a tattoo shop on this side. And then she moved after a year, and so we took over this space and built out, we put in the recessed lighting, and we built out these. Purposely, I said we have to have this large one because I want to put the orchid plants and our plants there.
Yeah,
and
it really
then be
is
able
got-
to have something hanging.
It's got that gallery vibe. I love
So
it.
this right here is my favorite place right now for the holiday because I just created these. I'm calling them my dried planets. Not
I
sure
love
why.
them.
I think it was, we had all that planet activity. You were able to see all sorts of planets recently,
Yes.
and I was thinking about that. And then I thought, let's do some dried things that hang.
I love it. And
so
they're
those are fun. They're $150. Gosh, they took a long time.
but there's some tillandsias or air plants as well as the
fresh
dried.
Spanish moss is in there, and
Oh, I hope people get into them and
I do
understand
too.
them.
I do too. Unfortunately, I don't think I can sell them online for delivery because when I created them, they had to hang, and I don't know how I would package them.
Yeah,
I feel
someone needs to
like
walk
you
in here
have
and
to
buy
walk
it.
in and walk out with it in your hand.
So I've got to ask you, Valentine's Day versus Mother's Day. Who's the winner, or are they equal?
So Valentine's Day is more stressful. The flowers usually have to be ordered much more advanced. It's Valentine's Day is also kind of a lot of people freaking out because they don't want to get the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's
more
they
emotional,
Really, yes,
yeah.
they really are trying to display how much they care about someone with the flowers. So it puts pressure on us, but not really, because we love it. And so
Yeah.
when we're creating, we just put our good vibes into everything, and we have to send it off that way, knowing, we did the best.
And Mother's Day is, in a way, I can kind of see what you're saying, like, you just got to check the box and get something for Mom.
Yeah.
And Mom will love it no matter what. Yeah.
And there are great customers who come in knowing what their mom likes, and again, a lot of repeat business and a line out the door. But depends on what day it is again.
Yeah.
People do like this, it's always on a Sunday, but we have Saturday and Sunday available for delivery and pickup. And so a lot of people get everything for Saturday. We are open 7 days a week. And we
Wow.
deliver 6 days.
Wow.
So.
Anything else you want to mention? And it doesn't have to be about Valentine's Day. Just
No.
why has Juniper had so much staying power?
I'm a perfectionist, but I'm trying to fix that. Yes. Honestly, Juniper's had we've had their struggles. I've had my struggles, with staff, or just the whole business,
The whole marketplace, yeah.
But we're survivors, and we just try to figure out having different price points. I always touted myself as, starting in 2003, it was like, okay, we're a high-end florist. We don't use this, we don't use that, we don't. I hated carnations, but I love them now. There's some local carnations that are beautiful and fragrant, and
I saw one in
they
in
make
Designer's
our way
Choice.
into our designs now. So I think it's just staying with it, and I've had great support. My husband is part of the business. He does all the financial side. He steps in delivering. For a while, he was our delivery driver way back in the beginning, the only one. And now we have drivers, of course, that come and go, and he, of course, fills in.
It's a family business.
Yeah, it is. And I think it just goes to show you have to just keep trying. And we always put our employees first. And
Yeah.
so I've got great employees that stay. 'Cause
That matters.
They're worth it.
Yeah.
They're worth it.
It's your passion.
Yeah, it is. And of course, it's art for me. I'm a fine artist, and as much as it's a business and it's grueling and it's smelly and it's dirty, it's still art. And creating is just it's in us.
That's
And
your love
it's
language.
It's a good way to show it with flowers.
Awesome. Here's to a great Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much.
Hi everybody, I'm back. This is day 2 of my Valentine's Day visits of Slow Flowers members here in Seattle. And now I'm in Tacoma, and it's Wednesday the 12th. So not quite panic mode yet for florists, but we're visiting Teresa Rao. Teresa owns Belle Pétale, and I'm here in a really unique space that she's moved into. I don't know if you can see, but it is the old post office building. I think it was a courthouse too. And we're gonna go inside and visit Teresa at her pop-up, okay? Come on with me. Okay, I'm walking through the post office, and what do I spy? I see Teresa.
Well, hello, Debra.
Hello.
Welcome, Slow Flowers members.
So how fun. You're in this pop-up space in the lobby of this big building. Well, when I first met you, you were designing in your home studio, then you moved to a larger studio, and now you're in Tacoma in a unique space. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, well, I'm so glad you're here. And this building is known as the Courthouse Square building here in downtown Tacoma. This building was built in 1910 and originally the first federal courthouse in Tacoma. And now it's been renovated and really for tenants to serve the community. So we have coffee house, a restaurant, entrepreneurs, talent, and just again serving our downtown community. And we're so excited to be here with flowers. Belle Pétale pops up here Tuesday through Friday, and we have flowers, My cooler is back here, and this is where people will see me, whether if you come in for post office business or show up for coffee. We'll have flowers and some products from France as well.
Okay, so Belle Pétale has sort of become your brand, and it's a thread that weaves through everything you do. So I see you have some gift items then.
Correct.
That are French made.
Yes, so all is made in Provence, France, and this product is Bread de Provence. And I have soaps, and I have, an extension, if anything, of floral. So you'll have like peony, lavender, you'll have rose, and of course, different colors, and just again, an extension of our floral experience here at Belle Pétale.
You're here as a sort of quasi-retail space then. Okay, and then are you able to do your deliveries from here, or do people come in and pick up?
Yes, so we offer both. Normally I'll have a set day for deliveries based on what is being ordered. And I also have pickups here from our studio. So yes, it's a little bit of both that we offer.
I asked you about Valentine's Day. You said you will have walk-in customers on Friday,
Correct.
right? And that's why your cooler is stocked, and you've got some roses and tulips out now. What kind of products will you have? Mostly pre-made, because you're a one-woman show here, right?
Yes. So we'll have pre-made bouquets, my signature style French market bouquets, if you may. Grab and go. We'll have succulents as well for those that don't want the flower, but we offer a little house plant. And of course products, maybe someone wants to give something versus flowers. So we'll have a little bit of everything. I also am working on pre-orders with a local coffee house here in downtown Tacoma. So we're going to service and provide some Valentine's Day love through flowers and coffee.
Teresa, is this your first Valentine's Day here at the courthouse?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're kind of experimenting with things.
Exactly. And I'm just so happy to be here, and people are excited to see flowers throughout the year now, and just to provide an experience for our clients.
Well, I know there's another space you're going to show us,
Yes.
and tell us what that is, and we'll go up the elevator and visit you there.
Yes, so that is the Belle Pétale Atelier, which is the workshop, also known as my studio space, and where I invite clients to come in to have a workshop with me, where I'm leading one, as well as bringing my customers for a meeting, consultation. So a nice little space for inspiration for all.
Would you design up there, or do you primarily design like in, open air here in the hallway?
Yes, in both spaces
Okay.
actually. So it's kind of neat. I actually have clients that come in for the post office, and they'll sit down and they'll watch me, and they're like really excited to see like how an arrangement is put together. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
Oh, I love it. What do you think your best seller will be for Valentine's Day?
I think it'll be the locally grown tulips. We have different colors that we'll be providing, as well as, of course, your typical rose. A lot of the roses that we're offering here at Belle Pétale are California grown, a few from BC, and just super excited to offer a little bit of something for all to enjoy.
I love it.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here usually Tuesday through Friday. There is a day in the week where I go get my flowers from our local growers or the wholesaler. That's usually on Wednesdays. So I do a half a day. But yeah, I'm here popped up Tuesday through Friday. You'll see flowers ready to go.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Anything else you want to mention?
Tacoma is a really neat little town, and if you haven't been here before, it's a revitalization of a beautiful city known as the City of Destiny, if you may. And we're just excited to be in a building that's historic, and a lot of things that you see in downtown are historical buildings, and just really nice to see that those are being kept for all to enjoy.
I love it. It's only 16 miles from my house.
Only.
Okay. Well, let's go upstairs.
Okay, come on in.
French-inspired floors. Oh, what a beautiful space. Teresa, how sweet.
Thank you. Bienvenue, everyone. This is the Belle Pétale Atelier, or studio. This is where I actually do a lot of my floral workshops, and also bring in clients to have a meeting with or do consultation. So it's just a nice little private space for inspiration for everyone to enjoy.
I think I could imagine that I was in Paris here with these high ceilings and the big windows and the chandelier.
I mean, this space just screams Parisian apartment, and I had to have the space.
Well, what other tenants are up here? They're mostly like businesses, like tech firms, or?
Yeah, so there's a lot of businesses. There's a business called here Pioneer Collective, where a lot of businessmen and women come in and do mobile type of meetings, or they have meetings where they gather. And of course, you have architects, you have lawyers, a few city officials of Tacoma have their offices here, not just on the 3rd floor space where we're at, but there's also other floors where they're also found.
Wow, so you had just a raw space to come in and furnish.
That's right. The only thing that they had was painted white, and I'm like, I love it. I love the tall ceilings. I love it. It faces, and the window is tall, and it brings in natural light.
You said you had a little view.
I do. We do have a little view of the Mount Rainier.
Oh my gosh, I think it's too bright for me to capture it on the camera, but I see it.
And it's just lovely. It's a small space, but we can comfortably fit 6 people, where we can extend this table out a little bit. If I have more who are attending a workshop with us, we can carry out into the hallway and still have that experience in here and out there.
You mentioned you were going to sell succulents, and I just noticed that they're right here. So how cute are these? What are these called? Like the heart cactus or something?
So they're the Hoya plant, and it has the shape of a heart. That's why they're so popular around Valentine's Day. And other than flowers that we're offering for Valentine's Day, we're offering also a nice little Hoya plant for those that may not prefer flowers, but can also take something back and have the experience of Valentine's Day.
I love it.
And we put them in these Fern yogurt pots, and these are so cute. And if you ever have this yogurt, it's so delicious, number 1. Number 2, you can recycle and reuse, which is very in brand with myself and Slow Flowers.
And it's French yogurt.
And it's French yogurt.
You turned me on to these. I have a few. I have some brown ones too.
Yes.
So I'll save those for you.
Thank you.
I just have to ask, is this a safe?
Yes, so as I mentioned before, this building used to be a federal courthouse, so a lot of the office workers or managers would have their own private studio or office along with the safe. So yes, feel free to come on in, Debra. Slow Flowers, join me in this little small space.
Oh my gosh, it
Please
even has the
forgive me.
date. It has the date on here, 1909.
It does.
Oh
So this
my
was
gosh.
built in York, Pennsylvania, brought out here in 1909, this store. So this is why I fell in love with this building, because 1, it's historic. Number 2, the exterior of the building is exactly the same as the Dior building in Paris.
Wow.
I know. And then of course these little gems of things that you find inside this beautiful building.
I love it. And so all your inventory is in here.
Yes.
Can we just
most
take a
of it.
peek?
Yes, please take a peek.
Oh my gosh, you have utilized this space
We really
so well. It really is an atelier. Thanks for letting us have a peek. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Well, anything else you want to mention before we wrap up?
Well, I'm so glad you were able to join me today. Thank you, Debra, and Slow Flowers members. Looking forward to providing flowers for Valentine's Day, and I wish all of you a very lovely day as well, and congratulations on where you're at for Valentine's Day too. Go have fun. And merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Hi again, it's Wednesday, February 12th. We're leading up to Valentine's Day. Debra Prinzing here. I'm in Tacoma, Washington, actually South Tacoma, and I'm at a really cool shop. Hey, Tahoe decided to wave at me. I'm at a really cool shop called Fernseed, and Fernseed is owned by Katherine Raz, and is a wonderful plant and flower shop. So we're gonna go in and see what she's doing, what she and her team are doing for Valentine's Day, and you can get a little, I'm gonna give you a little look at the shop before we go in. They occupy this fabulous corner, and lots of sunshine coming in the windows. So let's go in and say hello to Katherine. Hi, Katherine. What a beautiful day to be getting ready for Valentine's Day.
Sunshine actually today,
I know.
which is
It's cold,
amazing.
though.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty freezing out.
Got to keep the flowers warm when you're doing deliveries,
You know,
right?
it does help when it is cold for Valentine's Day because we get overflow and we don't have enough cooler space, so we get to just keep the flowers in the back room.
Okay.
And it stays pretty free.
Okay,
So,
great. Well, give us a little orientation to South Tacoma and the Fernseed. Do you go the Fernseed, right? Or
call it either.
Okay.
You know, Fernseed.com wasn't available, so I threw the in front of it. So
I think everyone can relate.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's step away from the flower cooler
Sure.
just while we chat.
Absolutely.
Because you've got all these beautiful plants here for us to see.
Yeah, so we started as a plant shop in Proctor in 2019. Didn't do flowers at all. And in 2020, mid-pandemic, we needed more square footage, and so we expanded to this location. We were thinking about just doing warehouse location to service the Proctor shop, but this storefront became available, and as you can see, we have western-facing window, we have a south-facing window, so it's really just a beautiful space for plants.
I mean, Catherine, a corner
Yeah.
can't go wrong. So
Highly
beautiful.
visible, a lot of traffic here on South Tacoma. We love this neighborhood. And it gave us the space that we needed to kind of expand and put our coolers in and do our daily flower deliveries.
Workshops are happening back there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have an entire second storefront garage space for our workshops and classes.
Wow.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's wonderful. So it feels like it's 3/4 plants, 1/4 flowers, but it's kind of misleading because you're churning a lot of arrangements out of here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We used to, I think it's about 60-40 now. So it's 60% house plants, live plants, and hard goods, pots, that kind of thing. And then about 40% flowers now. So we do a lot of delivery. People order online. We're delivering 7 days a week. So that's been a huge part of our business. now.
Wow. Do you handle all delivery in-house?
We do. We have a couple of people who drive for us, or we'll sometimes send with the gig services.
Mhm.
But and sometimes I end up driving stuff myself. Still, you know how it goes. Yeah.
I do. Oh my goodness. So I think kudos to you for surviving through COVID. We were just talking about how it was sort of this big memory blank when none of us remember what happened, but people wanted plants during COVID, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We were slammed. I mean, we were shut down, but then we were doing online ordering. We got our website up and running within, I don't know, a week. And we were delivering all over town. And our sales basically doubled from 2019 to 2021.
It's hard to manage that fast growth,
It
too.
was wild. It was really wild. And then, of course, it chunked back down. So we've been trying to keep up ever since. But I think the flowers really did help us kind of stabilize that whole process. Something
Well,
completely different. Right?
Yeah, I have to go back and share the link to the episode we did for the Slow Flowers podcast because it was right in that COVID window. And you did tell the story about how you decided to add flowers to the Fernseed's mix. Can you just recap that for people? Let's step
Yeah.
over. We've got a great cooler, but it's noisy.
I know, it likes to churn. Tell me where it is.
Oh, this is perfect.
We had just done Valentine's Day in 2020 because we
Oh, right before COVID. Yeah.
We were trying to think about what kind of plant thing we could do for Valentine's Day, and I thought, why swim upstream? People are going to be buying flowers. We're a plant shop. It's pretty adjacent, and we had someone on our team who had worked for a floral wholesaler and done floral design. So we thought, okay, how hard can it be? I'd never built a bouquet in my life. I didn't know
Wow.
anything about flowers, so it's been a real learning
Yeah,
journey.
but you've got a
for
green
me.
thumb.
Oh wow, but it's completely
Yeah,
different,
it
right?
is.
And style and design and arranging and so we ended up doing a bunch of pre-orders. We sold 50, 60 bouquets for that Valentine's Day in 2020,
Wow.
and then we went right into COVID. And I just thought, okay, well, maybe we could continue to deliver flowers. We didn't have a cool space to keep them, so that was where we ended up renting this shop. But we kind of started a flower shop as a pandemic pivot, and that's how I became a florist. It's wild.
It's so interesting because so many people who are florists think, oh, we've got to add houseplants to diversify, but you went the
The
opposite direction.
Yeah, which is houseplants are easy compared with flowers, and the timing and the ordering, and it didn't occur to me even in that first Valentine's Day that they're cut and it's like food. Now it's a ticking timer that's ticking down.
Right, the shelf life.
Yeah. Plants have a lot longer shelf life.
Yeah.
Just water them, right?
Yeah, and you've got a beautiful
Fun.
selection here. Now, will you sell some plants during Valentine's Day? Do you do baskets or?
We just sell. We have a couple of arrangements. We have potted plants that you can order on the site, but I'll tell you, like, it's, maybe, I would say overall it's like 4% of our sales. We will sell a lot of potted plants in the shop, and people come in and pick something out. We actually had, this is great, we had a florist order from us and leave a little note, but they ordered a potted plant and just said, like, reminder to stay hydrated. But yeah, so we usually just sell like begonias. We order a lot of polka dot plants.
So
in pink.
pretty, yeah.
But sometimes people do come in because their Valentine wants a plant.
And you look at all the beautiful pottery you have. I know you work with some local potters, don't you? I
Yeah.
see you posted those.
Yeah, that's been one, that was kind of how we started out. I love handmade ceramics. I wanted to open a home decor store, but I thought I can't compete with like CB2 or
Yeah.
Home Goods. And so that's where the plants came from. I love house plants, but I thought, how do you differentiate, right? But
Wonderful.
from the very beginning, we've tried to curate a really special selection of like clean lines, very modern looking stuff you can't find elsewhere, ethically sourced, sustainably sourced as much as possible, and then we pepper in the handmade stuff. So we have a lot of local artists and ceramics makers who we've partnered with over the years.
It's so perfect for your brand. It's
We
just,
love it.
this is kind of a progressive neighborhood, an artist neighborhood, I think. How do you describe South Tacoma Way?
South Tacoma Way is, it's a really historic district. It's got a lot of history related to the highway that comes through here and automotive. And then when they built I-5, people weren't commuting through here anymore, so it kind of fell on the hard times that happened with a lot of industrial places.
Oh, okay.
And so for the longest time, up until even like maybe 10 years ago, there weren't a lot of retail, restaurant businesses. You get a lot of automotive, grocery, etc. But so this is really coming back, and a lot more retail, restaurant, kind of that foot traffic,
Yeah.
walk score type of business is coming back.
Right, you want the walk-in shopper who maybe lives nearby and wants a cool plant for their balcony or their patio or for a gift. This shop has got such just great energy, and I know you've built a great team. When you mentioned floral kind of finding you, where are you at now with floral, and do you have team members who are dedicated to just doing design, like for weddings and events, or is it more every day?
It's such a great question because, at risk of like exposing my imposter syndrome sometimes, but I'm also a huge proponent of you got to learn as you go.
Absolutely.
It's no secret that I did not start out as a florist, but most people on my team also didn't. Nobody went to school for this. They've learned everything. And I say this in our workshops when we introduce our workshops. I'm really proud that this program is an amalgamation of everyone who's put their stamp on our shop, learning by having worked in the Safeway floral department or at Whole Foods or for a floral wholesaler. We have people who have managed the floral department who never had floral experience before but had managed a restaurant as a chef, which is very weirdly relevant to that work.
I see the parallel.
Yeah. And so, a lot of YouTubing, a lot of reading blogs and getting instruction from the internet, and then attending some of your classes and workshops.
You had a couple of team members come to the summit a couple of years ago. And there was floral design instruction from many of our speakers, so I can see that.
So we try to do that continuing education piece. I just took a class in San Francisco from Kristen
Griffith Vanderyacht, who lives here in Seattle.
Yes, absolutely. Why did I go to San Francisco for that? But it's been, we do pepper in those things, but also just try to stay true to all of the things that we've learned and kind of hacked together, and we stay open, right? Yeah.
Your floral reputation, when I first met you, was you were trying to do local, trying to do seasonal, as you've grown, have you had to expand beyond that, or what's your sourcing approach?
We still source primarily from Seattle Wholesale Growers Market, except in the winter, right, when we do need to still order roses.
Yeah.
I think the challenge right now that we find is that roses are very expensive when they're from California. And our customers, as much as they support the idea of it, they don't want to pay the price, and I can't lose the margins right now.
Yeah.
So we do source those supplemental from Columbia and through Mayesh. But most of our stuff, and especially in the summer, I would say that 95% of it is still local.
I hear from a lot of small growers who sell to you.
Yeah.
So they'll come in and do just a custom delivery with a couple buckets kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And we haven't done that as much as I would like to, but I think the challenge there is that it's nice working with Seattle Wholesale because it's all coming to one place. I think sometimes the challenge is when we're buying one-offs from a backyard grower, we have to really plan for this. We're still trying to figure out how to do that in the best way possible, where we use everything they bring in.
Yeah.
Or they just take over the stem bar for a weekend or something. Yeah.
Let's look at what you have in your cooler for Valentine's Day, because
Sure.
you're anticipating shoppers walking in. I know probably a lot of the purchases happen online, right?
Forget how loud our cooler is. Yeah.
But I love your cooler. It's so it's like get your sandwich or get your flowers.
I know. I love these open. Again, like without the doors, it makes it so much more shoppable. We didn't used to have a cooler at all on the retail floor. We did a stem bar. We had everything set up.
I remember that. Yeah.
But and it wasn't terrible. But especially in the summer, it gets really warm. They don't last as long. Also, for whatever reason, as soon as we got the cooler, our in-store retail floral sales jumped. I mean, people just know
It's the presentation.
it is.
And you are sort of southwest facing, so you need a cooler in here.
We do. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of heat.
Well, your price points intrigue me. So, and there is noise here from the cooler, but let's just appreciate that Katherine has a cooler. So you've got items at $15, these sweet little hand-tied posies.
Yeah.
And then you have local hellebores for $59. That's an incredible price. Or are those BC?
That's I'd have to check with Ada because they did our order for Valentine's Day. It might be BC.
I know some are coming. Even the Seattle Wholesale Growers Market has BC hellebores right now. But what a luxury flower to put in a $59 bouquet.
Especially at this time of year, right? It's beautiful.
We need it. We need it. And I noticed even like here you've got a protea, or is that a leucadendron?
That's a leucadendron.
Leucadendron,
We
yeah.
do a protea right now.
Yeah.
Which we don't usually work with those, but for Valentine's Day we decided to go for it. Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah, I knew I saw it. It's so pretty. I love it. Should we go in the back and say hi to your team?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Let's
So this is all set up for grab and go, but I'm assuming you have a lot of pre-orders.
We do.
And those are
Yeah.
going out tomorrow, or?
Tomorrow and Valentine's Day Friday, and then we have a couple straggling going out on Saturday. So, yeah.
Do you feel like compared to past Valentine's Days, this is busier, or is it? Because I've heard some comments about Friday. Valentine's Day on Friday is hard for florists.
You know, I'm curious about that because I guess last year it was on a Wednesday. That was harder, I feel like.
Okay.
This one we know it's going to land directly on that day and kind of only on that day. Whereas when it's on a Wednesday, it's like,
The whole week.
it's the whole week.
Yeah.
I don't know where everyone went.
They're on lunch.
Disappeared.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you have to build this out?
We didn't have to do very much. I mean, we put in all the shelving, we got the work tables and everything, and we've slowly been adding to it over time. But we got these coolers when we moved in from someone who was closing she was getting rid of stuff she was selling in a cooler in her boutique. So we got these immediately, and all of our flowers end up being stored in these two coolers whenever we get deliveries.
These two plus the one on the floor. That's
Yep,
it.
that's it.
Okay. Impressive.
But we keep this room pretty cool, and then the garage space back there we can be pretty cool.
I see. It looks like everything's ready to go out the door back there.
Yeah, so we've got all of our prep there, and we do a lot of our dried flowers. So anything that doesn't make it, going out in a delivery or being sold throughout the week, if it's fresh stem, we cut it, dry it, and then we have a whole stash of dried stuff back there too that we're trying to make
I
for
love it.
pickup. Yeah.
So what do you think your best seller will be for Valentine's Day? Or have you noticed already?
Yeah, right now it's our classic wrap. So we typically do a classic wrap for delivery for $45. We up the price on Valentine's Day to $59, so that's been our most popular
Wow.
size. And a lot of people will pair it with a vase. And then after that, we actually have, and I'm really excited about this hand-blown glass vase arrangement. And Tacoma is known as a glass place, and we met this artist a couple of months ago named Darian McCain. He's Tacoma-based. He made these vases, he brought them in, and we've been selling them in the shop. But then for Valentine's Day, he made kind of a pink and red. I'll show you. It's right
Yeah,
over
I'd
on
love
the
to see it.
shelf
Yeah.
version of it.
Ooh.
So we're doing a little low arrangement in this glass vase.
Oh, that's
and then
so
it comes
stunning.
with this little
Local sourcing.
piece of information on.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
sweet. How will you do? Will you need to put any kind of mechanic in there, or will the?
Chicken wire, you can hide chicken wire in this. It's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
because it's opaque.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, there's a couple of vases, obviously, that you can kind of just build right into. This one, it's so shallow, and it's so, like,
Yeah.
whatever that
Anything
word
could pop
is.
right out.
Yeah, so
I
we
love
do
it.
put chicken wire in there, but it's not visible at
What a
all.
nice partnership.
It's really fun. I love that because also people feel like they're getting something that's special to here, and that's another way that we differentiate what we're doing from any of the other online
Yeah,
florists.
the
So,
wire services.
hey, we're local.
Yeah, and I just see a package ready to go out, and I just want to compliment you. You've got your branding on here so nicely.
Oh, thank you.
And then you include information. Oh, this is a plant.
This is a plan subscription, yeah, but I learned a new skill in this past year, doing everything on risograph, which is essentially a copy machine that works like a screen printing machine.
How do you spell it?
Riso, R-I-S-O, graph.
Okay. So you're making all your
I
own.
just started doing all my own print materials because I really wanted to, again, like differentiate our print branding. It's just simple.
Plants, flowers to live, daily
pictures.
delivery. I love it. I love it. It's like everything you're doing has high touch to it.
Yeah, I was just joking right before you came here. I said, does every order that goes out feel like it's an arts and crafts project attached to it? Like, does everything we send out has something that you have to cut or like things you have to fold together and put the paper in? And yeah,
I love it.
I'm so grateful to be a part of this community, and I do feel like I'm in the community in fits and starts too, because we're all busy and we're all in our own siloed caves and we come up for air every once in a while. But it was really, in the past 6 months, past year, I've had to do so much more hands-on with the florals. So I really feel like for the first time in running a flower shop in 5 years, I've gotten the ability now to build everything that's on our menu. It's so transformative, and I didn't plan to be here, but I'm really looking forward to just digging in the next year and like meeting more people, digging more into sourcing, growing our own stuff. So
Oh, that makes me happy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great Valentine's Day.
too.